Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders, the elder bishops at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, the men on the highways and the byways that are pushing this word in truth and sincerity. All right. To the remnant men, women, and children of the elect, to you all I say Shalom. My name is Ahmawan Ahyash, back with another lesson through the power and spirit of Yahawashi. This is going to be the latest installment of the verse of the day, which is going to come from the book of Psalms, chapter 51, verse 10 in the KJV. All right, so we're going to jump right into it. All right, it says, create in me a clean heart, O Yahawah, and renew a right spirit within me. Okay, very straight, very to the point, but very powerful as well. All right, because this is what we should be praying to Yahweh Bashim Yahawashi for every day. All right, we need the mercies of Yahweh Bashim Yahawashi to be renewed daily, to create a clean heart in us, a clean mind, a clean, sober spirit. Okay, to continue and constantly wake us up every day as believers with the spirit of faith on us and belief and hope. Okay, and to renew a right spirit within us. All right, because again, we fall short of the glory of Yahweh Bashim Yahawashi, of serving the Lord the right way. We fall very short. All right, so we need to constantly stay in the spirit of being renewed. Okay, because we need the Lord's mercy every single day. Okay, we need the Lord's grace, forgiveness, patience, and we must continue to pray for the Lord to create a clean heart within us. All right, this is what repentance is about. Okay, this is what being cleansed is all about. All right, being baptized with the word. All right, being renewed in the spirit. Can't do nothing about this flesh. We can't do nothing about this flesh. We can't do nothing about, we could rehearse this righteous act. We're gonna go off, right? But if our spirit is renewed, that's really what is important. In the flesh we're gonna go off, but if our spirit is right with Yahweh Bashim Yahawashi, we remain we remain faithful, and we exercise the gift of faith, maintain that healthy measure of fear of Yahweh Bashim Yahawashi, and we continue to praise the names, rehearse the righteous acts, do what we can in the spirit. Okay, the Lord will be with us. All right, and I'm going to get the first precept, which is going to be the book of Romans, which we should all know by now. Romans 12, verse 2. It says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Okay, exactly what it says in here. Renew a right spirit within me. Okay, be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi. Okay, so we've been encouraged not to conform to this world and be transformed by the renewing of our mind, and make sure we are putting on that new creature, which is the next verse that I'm going to get. Okay, we have to always stay measured in the spirit, because again, the flesh we go off, but in the spirit, our spirit wants to do right by Yahweh Bashim Yahawashi, and this is the balance that He's created within us. We will fall short, we'll go off, we're not going to serve the Lord perfectly, but through the spirit, man, through the spirit, our spirit's a yearning for righteousness. It's yearning for, we have that hope of the perfection that's written about in the scriptures, and that's really ultimately we want, man. We, the scriptures talk about the perfecting of the saints, man. That's what we glory for. That day, man. That's the hope, man. That is the hope. All right. Verse 3 says, "For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as the Most High have dealt to every man the measure of faith." Okay, so being getting our spirits renewed comes with the gift of faith and belief, because this world has turned their backs on, and they don't believe, and they don't fear and trust in Yahawashi. They have given themselves over to this world, to the rulers of this world, which is the rulers of darkness. Okay, and they haven't trusted in the Lord. They've trusted in man. They trusted in air. They've trusted in the enemy, Esau, Edom. Fully given themselves over to this man's system, to the beast, right? Which is ultimately gonna result in what? Giving themselves over to the beast fully, which is going to be taking that micro sea hip. Okay, so this is why we have to be renewed. We have to be cleansed. That new spirit has to be, the spirit has to be renewed within us. All right. This is the book of 2 Corinthians. Since I quoted it, let's just jump right to it. 2 Corinthians 5:17. Book money highlighted. 2 Corinthians 5:17 says, "Therefore, if any man be in Hamashiach, he is a new creature." Okay, again, it's about being renewed in the spirit. And when you come to serve the Lord, you have to turn yourself over to Yahawashi, put off that old man. "Therefore, if any man be in Hamashiach, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away." Okay, so that man that you was in the world, those things are passed away. The desires that you had in the world, those things are passed away. Okay, the flesh, those fleshly, worldly, aspirations that you have, those things are passed away. Everything that we see here, that people strive to attain, all the things that, all the vanity that we see here, these things are passed away when you come. It says that if any man be in Hamashiach. So if you're in Yahawashi Hamashiach, all of these things of the world are passed away. Okay, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become anew. Okay, starting with your spirit being renewed, by Yahawashi. All right, being turned over to righteousness through the spirit of Yahawashi. Okay. All right, this is the book of Psalms. Next precept, Psalms chapter 119. We'll start at verse 9. It says, "Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto according to thy word." Okay, so cleansing your way, and like the verse of the day says, creating me a clean heart. Right, cleansing your way, creating a clean heart within us. All right, these things go hand in hand. Creating me a clean heart, O Yahweh, Bashim Shai, renew a right spirit within me. Psalms 119:9 says, "Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way?" All right, by taking heed thereto unto thy word. This is how we get cleansed, man. Okay, taking heed to the word. It says, "With my whole heart have I sought thee. Oh, let me not wander from thy commandments." All right, because what does the scripture say? He that wandereth out of the way of truth remaineth in the congregation of the dead. Roughly paraphrasing. Okay, so you don't want to wander away from the word, because you find yourself in the congregation of the dead. Verse 11 says, "Thy word have I hid in my heart, that I may not sin against thee. Blessed art thou, O Yahweh Bashim Shai. Teach me thy statutes." And as we learn and we grow and receive this gift of faith, we start to learn about the ways of Yahweh Bashim Shai, his laws, what's required of us. Okay? How to seek the Lord, and how to, take things and because everything's a spiritual matter at this point. When you come to serve the Lord, it's a spiritual matter, whether it's, the blessings, whether it's the trials, all of these things are happening through the power and the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahawashi. It says, Verse 11, thy word have I hid in my heart, that I might not sin against thee. Okay, so it's the word, how we get cleansed and receive a clean heart. All right, create me a clean heart. How that happens is by taking heed. All right, as it says in verse 9. It says, thy word, in verse 11, thy word have I hid in my heart, that I might not sin against thee. So we have to put off that old creature, try our best not to sin against Yahawashi, especially willfully. All right, verse 12 says, blessed art thou, O Yahweh, by Shai, teach me thy statutes. My lips have I declared with my lips have I declared all the judgments out of my mouth. I have rejoiced in the way of thy testimonies as much as all in riches. All right. And you can read the rest of the chapter, verse 15. I will meditate in thy precepts and have respect unto thy ways. I will delight myself in thy statutes. I will not forget thy word. Okay. And why don't you want to forget thy word? Because it's the word that cleanses us. All right. Create me a clean heart. Oh, Yahawashi, renew a right spirit within me. And so because the Lord's going to put the word in you. All right. And that's how you cleanse your way. Again, this is a very simple, straight to the point verse, but it's very, very, very powerful. Right? If you're a man that's been called into the truth, you've been called to put off that old man. All right. And be renewed with a right spirit. All right. And that right spirit is a righteous spirit. Starting with the gift of faith. Starting with that blessing. Let me see if I had any more precepts. I did. Let me just get this last one. And I wanted to get this because the book of Hebrews. Hebrews chapter 8, verse 6. Okay, because again, the verse of the day says, create me a clean heart and renew a right spirit within me. Now, on this side, the Lord is working on the elect. The word is working on brothers, trying to get them right, trying to, renew a right spirit within them so they could serve Yahawashi properly. But ultimately, what's the goal? It's to receive. It's to partake in that new covenant. Ultimately, Slakia. Hebrews 8 and 6. And it says, but now have he obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also is he the mediator of a better covenant, which was established upon better promises. Right? So that's what we're looking forward to. Okay? A better covenant, which was established upon better promises. Because this is the new spirit. What we're going to read is how we really get that spirit renewed within us. All right, through the second covenant, through the new covenant. Verse 7 says, for if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. All right, and the first covenant wasn't faultless, which is why we ended up in the position that we're in. All right, which would be no need for the second covenant. Okay, but there's very much so a need for the second covenant because this flesh ain't no good to us. All right, it doesn't benefit us all. It only makes us go off. It only makes us rebel against Yahawashi. So we need that. So we're not able to keep the agreement of that first covenant. It had to be broken. Verse 8 says, for finding fault with them, he saith, behold, the days cometh, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord. For this is the new covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind. Okay. Read verse 10 from the top again. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind. I will put my laws into their mind. Okay? And write them in their hearts. Okay? Let's go back to the verse of the day. Create me a clean heart and renew a right spirit within me. Because ultimately, this is the new covenant is the ultimate version, so to speak, of this verse. Is the pinnacle of this verse of creating a clean heart and renewing a right spirit within me. This is because that's happening now just through the calling, right? The gift of faith is upon brothers that believe in it, fearing and trusting in Yahawashi, taking steps towards getting themselves right with the Lord. But ultimately, the new covenant, once it's fulfilled and the laws are put into the mind of the elect and written on their hearts, that's when it would be, that's when we'll really get to feel that glory. Verse 10 again says, for this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a God or a power, and they shall be to me a people. All right. This new covenant is how we truly, fully get to experience this here. All right, Psalms 51 and 10 says, create me in a clean heart, O Yahawah, and create a right spirit within me. Creating a right spirit through the word, through being cleansed, through receiving this truth. But ultimately it's about, the perfecting of it, the perfecting of the saints of Yahsharalah, starting with the elect. All right, so with that, I'm going to leave it there. As always, I hope you're edified. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders, the elder bishops, the great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.